Hey guys, so welcome to my very first video. This channel is going to be about sharing my paranormal experiences with you all. And today's topic is astral projection and my very first experience with it. So this happened to me in about 2 years ago. It was a very, very warm summer day. And I could say that because that day we had a very severe heat warning in Toronto, which is where I'm from. And what happened is that my whole family decided to sleep downstairs in the house on the main floor, and they did so because they let all the windows open and we gathered all the fans and turned them on to like the highest powers possible. But despite all of that, I sleep with a blanket no matter what, even if it's hot. So what I did instead of staying downstairs is I went upstairs to my parents' bedroom, and that's where I slept, and of course with my blankets on, and everything was fine. It was hot obviously, but I also had my windows on open, and so I was sleeping and I was dozing off, and all of a sudden I get woken up, and I didn't think much of it, but when I stared at the ceiling I saw a bright flash of light which was emanating from the phone that was on the nightstand, as if it just decided to turn on for no reason, but it did. And so when I looked up, I saw the fan that was spinning had come to a stop, and that was strange. So I saw the light and I saw the fan coming to a stop, and then right after the light turned off. And as I said, I didn't think much of it then, so I just went back to sleep as I dozed off. And what happened to me after that, I will never forget, because I'm not sure if I was waking at that time or if I was dreaming or daydreaming or whatever, but it felt like I heard a big crowd, like a big gathering of people, like talking. You know those sounds when you're at a party or something and there's so many people talking, but you can't really make up what they're saying because it just blends in. So that's how I felt. I heard that coming from downstairs, and I was wondering at that moment if maybe there was a party that was going on, or maybe I overslept and it was morning and we had guests over or something like that. And I couldn't really recount much of anything else other than me going back to sleep, because it must have been about 3 a.m. by then or something. Regardless of that, what happened next is crazy, because suddenly I get myself pulled out of my body, believe it or not, and I get dragged to the floor, and I could see from my through my first person view that I was getting close to the floor, and then it's as if my body wanted to get back, so my body pulled back, and then nope, it pulled back again to the floor and back. It was like a tug of war, and I was seeing it all through my first eye. And after that, I somehow just ended up in the corner of my room, and I saw myself sleeping. And right beside it was this humanoid creature. He looked like one Sméagol from Lord of the Rings or something, but he was just standing on that nightstand and looking at me from my left. And then I looked to my right, and I saw this other shadowy figure that was just standing there. He wasn't really looking at me, but just rather standing there. And I saw all of it, and I was in the corner. And then before you know it, all of a sudden I just woke up. I got back into my body and I woke up, and it was really late, but I could still see some lights coming from the window. And I'm like, what just happened? And I couldn't believe it. I actually spent the next hour just sitting there on my bed. There was no one I could talk to. Everyone was sleeping. And there I was, all by myself. Or was I really? Anyway, guys, that's my first astral projection story. Tell me what you think of it. I know it sounds out of this world, but it did happen. And it actually changed my perception of reality, because it is a first-hand experience. I didn't ask for this. It just happened. And before that, I had no knowledge of astral projection. I actually started doing some research after that. And I actually read other people's post about this tug of war that they had fighting in Astral Projection. I'm guessing someone tried to pull me out of the body. I don't know if it was some sort of an awakening or if it was actually something or someone trying to get me. I'm not sure. But let me know what your thoughts are. I'm very keen on hearing your side of the story, and if you could relate or if you have any suggestions. But please, if you like this video, it is my first one, and I really appreciate it if I could get some supporters. And I will definitely keep on making more. So subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.